Hey everyone, a little bit different today. Instead of fixing things and building things in the workshop, I've got a day off, so I'm going to do a spot of light fishing in my hometown. It's a bit windy today, as you can hear, even though it's the height of summer, but it's blowing an easterly, so it's quite a chilly one. It's really popular for bass fishing around here, but instead of fishing for bass, I'm fishing with really light tackle for a small species. They're like blennies, wrasse, really small bass, etc. Just have to see what we can find. I'll just turn the camera around a sec, and then you'll be able to see the kind of terrain that we're on. As you can see, it's quite rocky. Which way? Go this way. Such a huge expanse of rocks around here. It's really popular with bass and wrasse. And of course all this is uncovered like twice a day by the tide, so you're getting different species all the while. You're not always catching the same things. We are heading to the biggest natural rock pool in this area, known as the Mermaid Pool. It's no big secret, it's very easy to find, and you can also find it on Google Maps around Westward Ho. Yeah, we're nearly there. I'll show you what gear I'm using as well. We have got the Pen Rampage 2. It's a twin tip LRF rod, so these tips on the end are interchangeable. I've got the very lightest one on here, and I've not even bothered to use the more rigid one. I've done absolutely fine on this, with it, whether it's catching small things or even like 1 ounce size bass. I've not been down here since the winter. It's actually looking pretty clear today, so I'll be able to make sure that I'm not getting tangled in any weeds or anything. Sorry if it's a bit windy on the microphone. Let's show you what I'm using today. So on the end, I'm going to stick on some of these silverfish maggot hooks, size 16, so they are very small. Then on the end of that, we're just going to use some limpets. What was it, whelks? Oh, it is limpets, yeah. And there's no shortage of them. They are absolutely everywhere. I was going to get this rigged up, and I'll see you in a sec. I do like to do a bit of heavier fishing off the beach as well, you know, for bass and cardin, etc. But this is just nice if you've just got a few hours to kill and just want something with little fuss and not too much faff. You don't have to bring much gear with you at all. Just removing one of these limpets out of their shell. I find it's best if you use the smallest piece that you can. Then you've got more chance of catching something. I think it's because they feel slightly intimidated by something a bit too big. Just a tiny little bit. Oh, and they will smell it. If it's there, they'll find it. It's not too fiddly either, despite what you might think. Having said that, I've not done it for a little while, so there we go. I've still got the hook poking through. I've put a few AAA split shot on there as well, just to keep it weighted down. Oops. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, just there should do. tying up the drag. What I like to do is drop it straight to the bottom and then just lift it up a turn or two so it's just off the bottom. That's got a fair way down. And it is stunning here. No, it's a good excuse just to stay here for a few hours and do nothing. Oh, take a look around. It's really quiet around here. It is the height of summer, so there's a lot of people around, but you don't tend to find people around here very much. It's a bit of a leg breaking walk if you're not used to it, and a bit of an ankle snapper. I think I've either caught a piece of seaweed. Well, I was going to say a crab then, but no, it's seaweed. Not what I'm after. Not what I'm after today. Just trying to live a little piece around here. Another cool thing about using limpet is that it's quite a sturdy, well, it's quite a thick piece of meat. So we find that you can use it a few times on the same day. Try and direct it towards around the edges of the weed, because wrasse tend to make their own nests and then they sort of live there pretty much. So if you know whereabouts they are, you should more or less find them each time. Having said that, I've not been here for a while, so, and the last time I was down here, all of this was completely clouded up. It's all just very sandy water. There's several different species of fish down here as well. You know, there's different things to find each time. No, you crack on, mate. What do we got? Oh, I got a little blenny. Yeah, that'll do. Where is it? Where has it put the hook? Ah, just in its lip. That's perfect. Like a baby power thing, this one. Oh, it swallowed the hook as well. Let's get the pliers out for that. Just trying to see if I can find a rasp before going. I'm trying to hide the bait into on the deepest, darkest corners that I can find. As close to the edges as possible, because that's where they tend to nest. I know there's plenty in here, so it's just a case of finding them. No bass today, unfortunately. I tend to like them, partly because they're very pretty fish, and also they put up a good fight as well. But maybe another day. I'd like to head to Appledore in the next couple of weeks and do some light fishing off the quay. Well, I'm going to head back home now anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see, or if you'd like to see some more of me in the workshop or doing a little bit more fishing. There'll be another video going up this Friday of a little trip I made over to Ilfracombe to pick up a little petrol powered unit, but you'll have to wait till Friday to see what that is. So anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in a few days.